Hey folks, welcome in. This is Babbage Nader. We're in the long dark, currently hanging out in PV, running low on food. So we're going to go hunt some wolves, I think, today. That's the plan. Wolves, bear, whatever we can find. What do we got out here? Anyone? Of course, there's no one out here. Okay, wolves. We got some wolves. You have firewood? Firewood. Well, I guess we never checked this trunk. Guess we missed the car. Come on, matches.
Thank you.
Bonus hacksaw.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Okay, the first one's here. Oh. You had the wrong arrows in. That almost ended badly. Well, it would have been badly, it just wouldn't have been fatal, so. So where'd you go? Well, there you are. Yeah, don't run away. Okay, guys, gotta help me out here. There we go. That's a good shot. Solving our food problem one wolf at a time.
walk with this much gear.
See if we can carve up this guy without the other wolves getting here. Come on, buddy. Okay, you want to come over here. Don't you? Don't you? Once again, it tried to default to the wrong arrow. Yeah. Moved. I guess we're too close to the fire. I have to try a different angle. Here we go. There we go. Bonk. Another wolf down.
Oh, I'm starving.
You want to come over here, but you don't. Okay. Well, let's see how it is. Come and hang out with your friend over here. Or not. I know you want to come over and play. Where are you? Okay, that's good. That works. Yay! 3 wolves. $32. It's nice when you can drop the wolves right next to each other
on,
and then
fire.
just drop the fire in between, and then you're set. You're like, good, perfect. Next step is just to check on the 22 minutes. Okay. Ooh, this one's much bigger. It's 15 minutes. Maybe 5 minutes.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Oh, this is a fat wolf. Look at this. .8. It's one of the fattest wolves I've seen. .48, 15. No new feathers. Uh-oh. Starting to get hazy. Better point the right direction here.
I'm not gonna be able to carry this load for much longer.
Right up to the porch.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
Let's put these on the porch here. Close the door. Like civilized folk. 875, 875, 875, 875, 875. Okay, take off my boots. I probably should, right? Don't go tramping around all that wolf blood inside the house. Hmm? Okay.
Come on, little fella.
Just add a little bit more water. That should be good. Okay, we're going to save our
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
bedroll for a little bit and just go and sleep. Not in the bathroom. Mistake. Oh, more leather. Hmm. Ooh. Ooh. Hmm. '87, '87. It's interesting. We could go full rabbit and leather, like an aviator cap. Probably give us the best wind protection and defense. Hmm. How much firewood do we have? 2 still. Not too bad. Okay, so let's see what else we need to fix. We got another arrow to replace. Nine arrows would require 27 feathers. We're at 26. We can almost make the rest of our arrows.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Come on. What's to be done here? We are on day 279. 6 days left. Another non-Maglun's day. We got deer. Let's hope he turns around here. Dead. Okay. Another one down. Any sign of the bear? No.
Come on, little fire. Come on.
Oops.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
Let's see. 38. Oh, so much for that.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
So I had a relatively quiet day today. I met up with, on Zoom, an English professor that I had the pleasure of visiting her class last week. To talk about Victorian automata. So we continued our conversation and talked about different ways I could be involved with some of the projects on campus. And she also invited me to think about having my name on a list of potential sessional or adjunct instructors,
I'm freezing.
which, you know, I wouldn't mind doing to get at least experience. It's the path not taken, right? That was what I trained for, was to work as a university professor. And unfortunately, things did not work out that way. But it might be fun to have a second chance to do something like that. Okay, so let's see, what do we have here? Cooked meat, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Stay down. I think we should have enough to make it all the way through. Once we cook up what we have. Pretty close. But we are going to need more firewood. unexpected email. It's okay. Okay, let's see. What are we going to do here? Just cook the last of the meats and stay the night again. How much firewood? We have enough firewood. Okay.
I'm not gonna be able to carry this load for much longer.
Okay, what are we gonna do? We'll sleep in a comfy bed upstairs. Okay. Morning again. Oh, I forgot to put down the deer hide, didn't I? Okay, let's see how we're looking schedule-wise. 279. 6 more days. 279. 6 more days. Hmm. Those more wolves already? Or are those the dead wolves? Gotta be the dead ones, right?
Come on, little fire.
Okay, let's see if there's any more feathers and if there's anything else. Come on. Oh, look, more feathers. Okay, let's go check out the whatchamacallit, the bunker by the plane crash. See if we can find anything there. Take a little bit of meat with us too.
Come on, little
That's
fire.
annoying.
I'll die if I don't warm up soon. Come on, little fire.
Okay, keep on moving.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
Strolling on a beautiful
My fingers feel
winter
numb.
day. Enjoying the lovely weather. A trusty torch by our side. And on the ground.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Okay, usually there's a wolf somewhere in here.
Goddamn freezing.
Everything's cold. Oh. Hey, Smoky Raw Sauce. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. This is Babbaginator. I'm a TLD streamer, mostly playing Interloper, currently doing a run called Roll With It, where we stay a randomly determined amount of time in each region. We roll a die every time we arrive. So, yeah. Yeah, good to see you. Here, let's give you a shout out. See what you're up to. That's spooky.
Fuck. Fuck.
Uh-oh. How did that go? Probably not well.
I don't know if I can't.
That's so wild, though.
No. Don't let this be the end.
The wolf was right there, right on the fire. Look.
I can't.
Ooh. Wow. Wow, indeed. Wow, that's pretty wild. The challenge we're doing right now, if you are new to this channel is Roll With It. And here's a little bit about myself. I'm a writer. I'm the author of 2 books of poetry. I'm also a former computer games programmer and currently pursuing a master's in library science, which is kind of a second master's for me. I've already done an MFA in creative writing and a PhD in literature and creative writing. So, yeah, you can ask me about all sorts of stuff. I know a ridiculous amount of stuff about Victorian technology and Victorian ideas about artificial intelligence. That was what I wrote my dissertation on. But I also have a huge love for anime, a huge love for tabletop role-playing games. Yeah, just all sorts of other geeky things to talk about. Right now, we are whiling away our time in PV. We got a 9-day stay. I think we're on 279 right now, so we've got another 6 days to go. And we are almost out. No, we're almost out of matches. We do have 2 Fire Strikers and a Maglin, so it's not the end of the world. And our last 2 regions we need to visit are Keeper's Pass and Blackrock, because we saved the worst for last, because we're foolish. So, but yeah, this is currently my personal best for Loper. Previously, on another attempt at Roll With It, we had gotten all the way to our last location, which that time was also Blackrock, and arrived on day 262, only to arrive at night in a blizzard, and proceed to get lost, and then pinned against a cliff wall where we were then surrounded by timberwolves and killed. So we are determined not to repeat that. We are hoping for a low roll when we get to Blackrock, but that's a ways away. We still have to go through Keeper's Pass and make certain that we... I think our goal is to try to kill everything in Keeper's Pass and haul all the meat with us into Blackrock, and then camp near the entrance of Blackrock, or at a convenient... Well, actually, not at the entrance of Blackrock. We want to find our way to shelter that we can stay in regardless of windstorms. There is a pretty good first night shelter, but which usually works, but we're going to definitely have to find a better place to stay. Blackrock always kicks my butt. I just have not great experiences with Blackrock. Okay. Yeah, Blackrock just hates me. Seriously, it just hates me. Ooh, another 10 days of intestinal parasites. Yeah. You know the fastest way to get through intestinal parasites?
Come on, little Come.
It's, you go to Milton Basin and get moose stomped. And then you can burn through your moose stomping and your intestinal parasites all pretty quickly. Actually, I don't recommend the moose stomp, but in any case, you can hole up in a cave in Milton Basin, kill a lot of stuff, and just take all your teas and survive. I've done that before. But running out is sad. It's really bad. Running out of medication hurts. Okay, let's see here. Oh no, we left our pot somewhere. Probably back on the... Yeah, we did. We left it on the stove back in the farmhouse. That wasn't bright. Well, we're not planning to be here long. We want to go back to the farmhouse once we're done doing this little reconnaissance trip here. We're hoping to find something useful. Not at the plane crash, since we've already done that, but I think we never checked out the bunker, so we're going to go check out the bunker.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Yeah, as long as you have your meds, you're fine. Totally fine. Okay, what do we have here? 1,000, 1,000... Just hooked you up with the personal mod tweak. What does it tweak exactly? Amount of medication you have? Uninterrupted sleep bonus disabled. And restoring health while awake disabled. So it's like a... Wow, 1% per hour while sleeping. I think that's, you can do that in some of the custom settings, right? I think, you can really mess with your recovery time there as well. You're downloading the game? Yeah, you should. This is a great game that keeps on giving. You can play it for a long, long time. One of the best investments I've ever made in terms of games. You know, like I'd say Skyrim in this game, you know, in terms of longevity. Like, a number of hours put into this game, unrivaled by anything at this point. You know, I have easily... So I don't think we've been over here yet. Those bones in there? Do we have a bear here? Yeah. Could be a bear somewhere around here. We don't need a bear, though. I don't see his tracks. He might not have spawned. Or maybe we killed him already. Maybe this is one of the bears we killed. That would be $7, 1,400 hours later. Yeah, I'm at over 3,000 hours in this game. This way surpasses my Skyrim hours. My Skyrim hours were around maybe around 900. You know, like, and I thought I was committed to that game and kept replaying it for all the different mods and you know, ways that you could replay the game with new adventures, new dungeons, new all sorts of stuff. What am I looking for here? I lost the plot. I've lost the plot. The bunker is up here somewhere. You got it for free? Yeah. Yeah, this is a Canadian studio, so as a Canadian, I felt it was my duty to support them. As someone who grew up, spent part of my childhood in very, very cold parts of Canada, I do find this... Okay, so we do have a torch here, which means we were here at some distant point in time on a previous, you know, previous visit to PV. So the only thing we can look at then is just like, did we miss anything? Did we miss anything while we were here? Like a whetstone, for instance, which would be lovely since we're out of whetstones right now. Or more matches, since we are basically out of matches. I think we have 3 left right now. We got nothing. Starting tips, I would say there's a couple options. Oh, it's going to be windy. I think we'll just stay here overnight and then head out. Yeah, I think we're good for food. We'll just stay put here. Yeah, I would say Northern Michigan. Yeah, we used to get, when I was living in Saskatchewan growing up, we used to get the Michigan, well, Detroit cable. So, that was our impression of Michigan, was Detroit cable. which is probably not the best way to experience Michigan. Because it seemed like it was always a new crime report about something. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We're going to wait for the wind to die down. In the meantime, we'll fix our stuff. Yeah, let's see. What can I say? I think the advice to at least start the story, it gives you the story. One of the big advantages of the story is that it is kinder than survival mode in the sense that you can save and you can try things out, die, and just reload from your save. That is a huge win when learning the game and learning the mechanics and learning the maps. Now, that said, I feel like for the most part, the story mode does a pretty good job of... I think it's only like in chapter 3 and 4 where things suddenly start ramping up in difficulty and becomes much more... becomes much more challenging, but let's see here. What? Yeah, so I think I think the save is a huge win. It also introduces you to the basic mechanics of the game, like a little bit at a time, so you don't feel completely overwhelmed, which for some people I think is really good. Some people want to be thrown into the deep end and just kind of figure things out, and then they get really frustrated because the game is very unforgiving if you decide to play the hardest difficulty settings right off the bat. So I would definitely recommend story mode. And then also, if you want to learn the maps, try Pilgrim or Voyager in terms of survival modes. Voyager, there's no aggressive animals at all, so you don't have to worry about attacks from predators. And food is plentiful, clothing's plentiful, and weapons, you can find guns and ammo all over the place. And so yeah, it's pretty easy to just learn the maps and not have to worry about other stuff. When you go to Voyager, it becomes a little bit more challenging. Now animals, some of the predators will attack, but not consistently. Usually they're pretty skittish. But you do have to be worried about a few things. For the most part, you can navigate pretty comfortably through the world. When you get to Stalker, things get harder. Stalker is more wolves than any other difficulty setting. Food and other resources start to become a little bit more scarce. And predators are predators. They will hunt you and track you down. And if you do Interloper, which I'm playing right now, you not only have like aggressive, proactive predators who are hunting you by smell. So that means they can follow you even faster. They can locate you faster than you can see them. So you might be followed and you might not even know it unless you're paying close attention. So predators are aggressive and follow you at greater distances. Food is very scarce. Most containers are empty. You start off with no matches, no matches, no hat, no gloves, no bedroll, and there are no guns in the world. And any tools like knife or hatchet or arrows, you're going to have to forge and craft on your own. So Smokey, no matches on your current run 33 days in. Wow. That's a long time to go without matches. I have had a run where I started off and the first 6 days had no fire at all. So no matches, no flare, no maglens, and no striker. So yeah, that was like the longest I've been was about 6.5 days with no fire whatsoever. Uh, I don't recommend that. That was hard. That was lucky that I was in a region where there was, or I could get to a region where there was a lot of toilet water. You know, I think I got to Milton and like raided a bunch of houses, or maybe it was PV. It was PV. I got to PV and I got enough water here and there to make it work. Yeah, but it was rough. Um, yeah, so that one was hard. You know, I had yeah, that was really hard, and you had to stay warm too. That was the other problem. Oh, okay. It's early. We have made what we needed to make. Low on. Yeah, I think when the hardest parts about Loper is that you cannot afford to squat for long periods of time, especially at the beginning. You got to keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Is there anything that needs to be repaired? Let's fix this one. Okay. I think we're going to rest here overnight and then we're going to make our way back to the farmhouse. Oh, we didn't want pastime. What we're doing that wrong. We wanted to sleep. We'd be cranky if we don't get any sleep in. Okay. There's me not paying attention to the setting. Okay, take care, Smokey. Thanks for bringing your friends over for the raid. And thank you, Raiders, for sticking around. Yep, we'll need it. We'll need it. Yeah, if you guys drop in tomorrow night, you'll catch me most likely leaving PV to head to Keeper's Pass. And then we'll be getting really close to the end of this challenge. Because it's just Keeper's Pass and Blackrock left. We visited everywhere else. You can kind of see our journey so far. Let's see, we're on day 280 now. Okay, 5 days left. Okay, so we have we started off in HRV and we went through with fairly low rolls initially until we got to Timberwolf Mountain. We came back from Okay. We raided the gold mine in Ash Canyon in 3 days, which is really fast. And then we were headed to the summit, and we ended up spending 20 days at Timberwolf Mountain, and then PV and all the way back. And then we got to Broken Railroad, and we rolled an 18. Transfer Pass for 3. We went to Forsaken Airfield for 20. And then we went to Zone of Contamination, which was my first time visiting. I know nothing about the region, and I did it pretty cold. I had no idea what I was doing. And I rolled a 20, and I had to survive for 20 days there. Broken Railroad for another 17. Muskeg for 19. Mystery Lake for 17. And now we're back to rolling low again, which is fine. It means might make this work. But yeah, it's been interesting. Okay, let's see what we got here. We have Maglin's morning? Maybe. Yeah, Maglin's. Five days left, so we just really want to get over to back to the farmhouse, which is our base. Two or 3 days in Keeper's Pass would be great. I think I would like to kill the, hey, thanks for the follow, Fluffy Fluffy. Yeah, 2 or 3 days in Keeper's Pass would be great. I would like long enough to kill all the wolves in Keeper's Pass and harvest everything so I can haul it into Black Rock. And then basically have like a food supply in Black Rock. And not have to risk going out into, Timberwolf zones as much as I can. Okay. We're still not warm? Gotta be pretty close now. 0. I guess it's early morning. Okay, let's make some extra tea. Are we out of all our teas? Wow, we're out of all our teas. Lots of birch bark though. So. Plan for Black Rock, I think. So, if we can avoid a run-in with the Timberwolves and make it to the prison, then I think it would be great. I think we could definitely deal with the regular wolves and the bear without too much difficulty. And if we just live it up in Black Rock Prison until the end, that would be fantastic. Yeah. So that's kind of the goal, is to make it to Black Rock Prison. Otherwise, we could try to find like a cave to shelter in. And live very simply off the grid completely. Do we need any more water? Maybe we'll do a little bit more water. Just a tiny bit of water. Yeah, number one is don't run into the Timberwolves. Because I do not have a good Timberwolf fighting strategy. We're going to try to use my technique for pulling premium torches. So you notice the two big logs here, if you choose pretty close to where they join, you can usually get... Yeah, that's the one I want to go to. I want to get to there. If I can get to there, fine. We have lots of arrows. That is a huge plus for us. We deliberately went back to the muskeg just to do a second forge because I did not want to go into Black Rock with 7 arrows, which I thought would be a disaster. Like, not doing that, that would be really dumb. I mean, I could be pretty conservative, but that's pretty hard to pull off. Okay, so let's see, where are we trying to go? Oh, I think we can go all the way around and drop back into the plane crash, I think it is. Is that right? Or do we just drop in somewhere else? I think we drop in somewhere else. Okay, yeah, we're good. This is on the way out. So yeah, before we get into Black Rock, I will probably spend a little bit of time off-stream strategizing. I might even do a off-stream, spawn in Black Rock and see about like testing out the paths that I want to take. But I do worry because the Timberwolves the packs move around, so... Just have to be really extra careful not to trigger an attack. I had one run where I did make it into Black Rock, and I did fight a Timberwolf pack, but I eventually succumbed to my injuries. It was like, at what cost? I won that, but at what cost? I'm like, I took so much damage, and I was just so unprepared. And then in terms of temperature, I just couldn't survive because I wasn't properly equipped. It was like, I had a parka and a wolf coat. It's just like not enough. So this time we're like double wolf coating it, or double bear coating it. We're like totally suited up to make this work. Like, we're not messing around this time. Oh, oh, cattails we never got to last time. I think because we were dodging a wolf last time. This is good. We were really low. We ate a lot of cattails when we first got into this region. Because the weather was terrible and we couldn't hunt. Whoa, 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 whoa. Woo! That was scary. Huh. I'm glad he was afraid of us. That could have gone really badly. Double bear coat for the win. That was lucky. Where are you, wolf? You coming back for us? I think so. I think it was just pure luck. And I'll take it. I'll take it because I don't want to lose a run at this point. If I remember, I should clip that because that in hindsight was pretty funny that I threw down the torch just as the wolf showed up and it just ran off. It was like, okay. Though I think we almost have enough food. Maybe we want to kill one more deer or one more wolf. Let's see what we can find over here. Unless the bear shows up on the other side. Maybe if the bear shows up, we just kill the bear. Any deer close by? Nope. Where are we at now? 280. So 5 days left. Soon to be 4 days left. Okay, no longer carrying scent with us. We can pick up more feathers. Oh, we never visited this guy before. Okay.
I can't feel my hands.
There's the deer we killed earlier. We might get some more feathers off from that guy. Pick up a few more sticks. Extra sticks means we can make some extra fire-hardened arrows. Once we make the last of our arrows. Ooh, looks like there's some cattails we missed. We'll take these. Just got the guts left. Okay, that's fine. Don't need them.
It's so cold. I just want to lay down for a bit.
See, it's almost enough to get through, right? It's like we need one more thing. One more thing and we'd be set.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
P2. Okay, we'll take this one. This time we just want more torches, so let's make some torches.
Come on, little fire. Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
So I think next time our goal is going to be to go clear the wolves from the path going to Keeper's Pass. So we're going to walk down there in advance, shoot any wolves we come across, try to minimize our risks when we leave. It'll allow us to take a travois without worrying about having to deal with wolves. Although I have been experimenting with how to carry a torch while doing the travois, which basically is a lot slower because you keep having to toss the torch, drag the travois, pick up the torch, toss it again, drag the travois. So it's doable. You can keep your fire going while you're traveling with the torch, but it is a little bit annoying.
Too heavy to carry.
Okay, 23. So what the heck exactly do we have here? Deer hive, guts. Oh, it's still pretty early. Yeah, I kept thinking maybe we'll just have to start another fire. Or what are we gonna do? Oh, we had more guts down here. I mean, more stuff. No, we don't need the... Okay, since we're not using wolf coat right now, we don't need that. Guess it was worth coming down here just to see what we had missed. Okay, so I don't think there's anything else we can do down here. Let's take a peek then over on the other side. See how bad it is out here. This is pretty foggy. We're going to hold off. Yeah, I think we'll just focus on repairs now. We're at 31. Another useless sewing kit. Oh, what are we gonna do? Hey, Roller. Doing okay. Got just a few more days left, and then we're out of here. You think we can make it to 300 days? Or to get to 300 days, we are on day 280 right now. We leave here on 285, so that means we would have to have 15 days between Keeper's Pass and Black Rock, which could happen if we get a 5 in Keeper's Pass and a 10 in Black Rock. Although I'd be very happy with a 10 in Keeper's Pass and a 5 in Black Rock. I'd be really happy with the 1 in Black Rock, honestly. Just let me sleep overnight and count it done. But somehow I don't think the dice gods are going to be that kind. Yeah, 5 in Black Rock would probably still kill me. If I can't get to the safety of the prison, you know. If I can get to the prison, then I'm fine. It's just making certain that I don't die along the way. I've also learned that I simply don't have because weather's so bad in Black Rock, it's really hard to stay warm, and it takes up a ton of fuel and a lot of tea, and I don't think I have the reserves to do like I think that depending on what the route is, it may be really expensive in terms of resources to get there. So honestly, it's been a while since the last Aurora, which also makes me nervous. That's why we're going to go in the daytime into Blackrock. Let's see what we got left here. 9 pieces of cloth. We have lots of down still. We still have good bows. Bows will probably last us the rest of our challenge. Yeah, we just don't have enough flour to do anything cool. I'd like to do some of these recipes, I just never seem to have the ingredients needed. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna have an extra hacksaw here too. Yeah. Oh no, this is where I dumped that extra hacksaw. It's morning! Yay! Okay. We are on day 281, which means we have 4 days left. We're gonna go grab some food. And we may just end the stream a little bit early tonight and leave wrapping up our last 4 days to tomorrow's stream. Unless there's a bear outside. If there's a bear outside, we'll hunt the bear. But... Nope, no bear. Perfect mag lens day, though. Yogi will definitely show up. Yeah.
Come on, little fire. Come on. Perfect.
You think? Yeah, I don't think so. Take one last peek out here and see. Ooh, do we see a bear coming through? I don't see a bear. We have wolves on this side. Nope. Only the stream. You just think we'll get a bear somewhere on here. No, I don't think so. I think we get no bear. We don't get any surprise wolves. I hear crows, though. We go check out this spot. We're up there somewhere. Try to remember how to get up there. Find out next time if we get a wolf or a bear. Nope. Same cat channel. Yep, same cat channel. Okay, let's go up here. We hear the crows. Maybe we'll get ourselves some useful things. Probably not. At least we'll get some feathers, right? I think it's just a dead person, not a deer. Yep, just a dude. Another bandage. Nothing else. Okay.
Always making my head feel thick.
Well, we're spending good quality time outside, right? Getting out, getting some vitamin D.
I've never felt so cold in my life.
So, yeah, Keeper's Pass. I don't know. We'll see what we get for Keeper's Pass. if we finish this challenge in under 300 days, we may exit Black Rock and try to finish our 300 days here. Okay, let's see, what do we need? Close the door.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Okay, so what do we got here? 281, 281, 4 days left. Okay, we're going to save here, 281. We're going to go read something as we wrap up. We'll update our counters here. 281. We killed another 3 wolves. Good job, Astrid. Okay, and we're going to go read something. So, as is our custom, we're going to wrap up with a poem, and then we will go raid someone else. And we will turn to our trusty poem chooser for our poem. Here and There. Okay, so this is a poem, again, from my first book of poetry, The Lost Country of Sight, which won the Philip Levine Prize in 2007 and was published by Anhinga Press in 2008. This is a poem called Here and There. And I'll tell a little bit of the story behind the poem after the poem. There's always an echo in the telling, something that remains hidden in the hand that passes over the sky. And now I can see it, if only through her eyes for this moment. That sky scraped wide over Joshua Tree in the dark, and the stars ringing like a chord of light struck from the depths of some irreconcilable blue, sudden or slow. I do not ask why her hair is almost gone, why her body is now so frail, as if grown over an architecture of dust, that common remnant of longing. God, she says, it was beautiful. What could she tell me beyond the desert, its dreams of salt and storm? Here is a tree, a spent fist of flame, she seems to say, standing in the shadows. Here is the wind. The freeways are filling with strangers. The sun is coming down. Here is the road we drove all night to find a way home. And when I leave, there are men at every corner lighting my way, each sowing oranges, offering with their hands the bitter and the sweet until they blend like a river of lamps burning. So the poem is dedicated to a poet friend of mine, Nancy Lambert, who I credit as being the person who taught me how to write a graduate application letter, how to write my statement of intent. She was a great poet, a wonderful editor, and she had previously worked in university admissions, and I was working on my MFA application at the time. I was still working as a computer programmer, and the first couple years of applying for MFA programs, I failed abysmally. I just got very little traction and was very discouraged. And I talked to her, and she said, "Let me look at your statement." And then she pulled me aside afterwards, and she said, "Why are you trying so hard to pass yourself off like everyone else? Your life is completely different. Your interests and your training and experience have all been completely different from anyone else that's applying to these programs. Embrace what makes you different. Don't be afraid of it. That's the part that people are going to care about. They want to see someone that is not like everyone else. And that radically changed how I thought about things. Instead of being really anxious about trying to fit into a preconceived idea of what I should be doing for graduate school or what I should be doing for anything I do in my life, I realized, no, just embrace what makes me different. Um, and so that's kind of like why I have such a strong affection for Nancy and for her husband. The two of them were like really long-term friends of mine. And then Nancy got cancer, and she fought hard. She had a long battle with cancer, and she had survived cancer a few other times, but this particular time it was not, to be that she was going to survive. And so she told me one time when I went and visited them, she said, I used to worry about this. I used to live in fear of what it means, what's going to happen to me next. And she said, then I had a dream. I had a dream one night where I dreamt of everyone in my life, the doctors, my family, my friends. And I heard a voice that said, everyone is trying their hardest. Everyone is doing their best. It's okay. It's okay. Whatever happens, it's okay. And she was like completely at peace. She said afterwards, she said, like, I'm fine. I'm fine with whatever happens because I know we all did what we could. And she felt completely at peace. And then she and her husband was an artist, and the two of them would spend like her final few weeks. They would go out to Joshua Tree, out into the desert, and spend their weekends out there. And she would write and paint and draw, and the two of them would spend their time out there. And then she told me about it one time, and that's kind of the impetus, the origin, the inspiration for the poem was one of those conversations about, like, she said it was just beautiful. It was just, but it seemed like so much more than that. It's just like the whole life she had lived had been beautiful. And then she said, here's the road. She was like trying to point it out in a map she had drawn. Here's the road we drove all night to find our way home, she said. And that really struck something in me. And I thought about that when I was writing the poem. And then the closing image is an image that's very familiar to people that live in big cities, especially cities like Los Angeles, where you'll see a lot of the people who are farm workers will be on the street corners, after they've, done their work out in the fields. They'll travel into the city and they'll stand on the street corners and they'll sell oranges, to the people in their cars stopped at the intersections. And that image of them offering the oranges, the bright orange, almost as if it's like incandescent, as if it were alive, if it were a flame, reminded me of like images I'd seen of Obun, which is the Japanese festival for the dead, where they light lanterns and set them out on the waves of the river or the ocean, and you see like the prayers to the dead go out to the sea. And so that's kind of that river of lamps at the end. Yeah, so that's here and there. But yeah, I would not be in graduate school. Like, I would never have gotten to my MFA or my PhD, I don't think, without that push that I got from Nancy, and her encouragement and her insight, her willingness to talk frankly about, like, no, just accept that you are different, that your background is very different from everyone else. You come from computer science, you come from programming, you come from technology, you come from an international, multicultural heritage. You've been in and out of languages. You've lived this life that's different in almost every way from everyone else that's going to be applying. Embrace that and use that. And so that's actually the same advice I give other people when they're applying for grants or for university, I tell them is just look at your life closely and see what makes you uniquely you. Things that no one else has experienced. Things that the average person applying for this won't have. And make that the center, rather than trying to pretend that you look or that you've studied or you've experienced things exactly like every other person that's applying for this, because you haven't. And that's fine. It's okay. In fact, that's what makes you perfect, right? So thank you all. It's I feel like Mr. Rogers right there at the end. That's what makes you perfect. We love you. Yay. Okay, so we're gonna wrap up here and find someone to visit. Okay, let's see. Any suggestions if you're already looking out there? Otherwise, I'm going to take a quick gander and see what we got here for our friends. We got Slid Homes. A lot of people I don't know. Look at this. Okay, we could try, I don't know what they're playing exactly, but we could visit someone new, Foxy Shadow Gamer, and see what they're like. Yeah, I don't know anything about this streamer, but we will try. It says that they are extremely chill and passionate, which is an interesting combo, and a bit chaotic. But they like survival and horror. So they're in our good books. So let's try them out and see what they're like. Yeah, everyone else is taking it easy tonight. I don't know. Or trying something different. This week, tomorrow I have like a work shift to take care of, but then after that, Thursday and Friday, I think I might do a bonus stream somewhere in there. So expect to see me on. I might even get a daytime stream in. I'm not certain yet. If I do a daytime stream, it won't be TLD. It will probably be something D&D related that I've been wanting to do. Okay, so let's head out over there. Thank you all for hanging out, and hope you enjoyed the stream. Hope you come back and check us out. If you like what we're doing, just follow, and we'll be around. I missed all the tournament runs. Yeah, that's true. That's probably what happened. Everyone was wrapping up tournament stuff. Okay, off we go.